It's 10 o'clock, and this is Fox 10 Talks. I'm Ron Hoon, and we have a story coming in that I know people all over the country were talking about over the course of Thanksgiving weekend. Hard to even fathom the tragedy after someone opens fire at a child's birthday party, and among those killed were several children. It happened over in California. Coming up in about 1 minute, we are going to take you live right there to Stockton with a report from our sister station. Also, coming up this half hour, we are going to be, in fact, over the course of this full hour, we're going to be talking about the latest coming in with the reports of a second strike on an alleged drug boat to kill survivors. Here are your options. You grab that QR code. You can move these numbers around. Sounds like a war crime. Trump, Hegseth says he didn't give kill everybody orders. I believe them. Or it's way too early. Let's see where the investigation leads. So again, if you grab that QR code, you can get the very latest on that. Celeste will be joining in the next few minutes. We're glad you're starting your day with us here. We are going to take you right now to Stockton. Our reporter, KTVU reporter James Torres, is there in the area, and we want to check in with him right now. James, what a heartbreaking and almost unbelievable story.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Good morning to you. The Stockton community here still very much continuing to heal. They had a vigil in the area last night. At this time, we are just outside of the school district headquarters. That's because this morning the superintendent says that they are offering support at all of their campuses within the Stockton Unified School District because they know that the school ages, the ages of each of these victims are matching that of young school-age children. So they know that some of those students potentially could be students within the district, as well as have friends and family that are also in the district. But what we know so far is that the police department did make some arrests in the deadly shooting, though the sheriff's office, which is leading the investigation here, says that they don't have any suspects in custody just yet. We're checking in with them to learn more. But here's what we do know. It was Saturday night when witnesses told us that a number of masked gunmen walked into this banquet hall that was hosting a children's birthday party. Gunfire erupted. It ended up killing an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 21-year-old. We know a fifth person is in the hospital in critical condition. 10 other people additionally were hurt. I have since learned that the youngest girl killed, an 8-year-old girl, is a student within the Unified School District with siblings at other school campuses. Her mother, also a staff member within the district. The Stockton mayor telling us that she is reaching out to the governor, senators, and the White House for additional resources.
I've also requested a U.S. attorney because we're not going to allow this to continue in the city. So once they get the message, once these gang members get the message that we're not playing in the city of Stockton, then they're going to go somewhere else.
While the mayor says gang activity is a problem in Stockton, the San Joaquin sheriff is not yet confirming or commenting on any of that. They say the sheriff's office is asking for anyone with information to come forward and that a $25,000 reward is up for grabs. Again, grief counselors this morning will be available at all 55 campuses within the Stockton Unified School District. The superintendent saying that the district is committed to supporting the community during this heartbreaking time. We are live this morning in Stockton. I'll send it back to you in Phoenix.
James, one of the things I'm wondering is, so you have police making an arrest. The sheriff's department is actually in charge of the case. Do we know anything about the arrests that have been made so far? And are both of these two law enforcement agencies working together, or almost like running separate investigations?
These agencies are very much working together. The police department is serving as a supporting agency to the sheriff's office simply because the incident, the shooting, happened within the sheriff's office jurisdiction. Now, we know typically when you hear some of these stories happen and they break out, officers try to grab whoever they can as it's all unfolding. You can imagine how chaotic that is. So oftentimes they will arrest someone. They won't call them a suspect. They're usually just more so detained and a person of interest or someone they are just questioning to learn more information. Well, what I can tell you right now, what the sheriff's office has told us so far, is that anyone that they've put in custody or anyone they have been questioning, they are not yet calling a suspect just yet. In fact, the district attorney's office has gone as far to say the shooter responsible for these killings is still at large.
You know, it's interesting because you hear about something like this and you just wonder if it was a single shooter or if there were multiple gunmen. Have you been able to learn anything in that regard? Are they looking for one person or a whole group of people?
I think the sheriff's office is trying to make sure they don't leave a single stone unturned. I think they say that they've recovered at least one firearm from the scene after the initial calls came out, when they actually responded to the shooting when it first happened. So the sheriff himself has told us that they are not ruling out that they are looking for more than one suspect, more than one shooter. I don't think they have gotten to the point of that investigation where they can confirm that they need one person arrested or more than one person arrested. That's still something that needs to come out in their investigation, and we're waiting to hear back on that.
And then finally, I thought I'd ask you, the mayor sounds like she is fed up with gang issues. Has that really been a problem from what you've been able to kind of dig into there in Stockton?
Well, in 2024, Stockton, compared to other towns of its size, did have a higher ratio of killings in its town. The mayor also mentioned that there is a pilot program within the White House and the Department of Justice where they are looking at just a handful of cities throughout the U.S. where they are going to invest a ton into anti-gang violence protocol. She says that she has entered Stockton into that pool of options, and she's hoping that that can help with what she's calling a gang problem activity. Now, remember, the sheriff's office itself not quite yet confirming that gang activity was the result of this shooting, but from what we're hearing from witnesses and of course the mayor and other city officials, that is where they think most of the evidence, that's the direction they think the evidence is taking them.
All right, that's our James Torres reporting from our sister station KTVU there in the Bay Area. James, thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Well, Syleste joins us well. And Syleste, it just seemed like almost everywhere you went this weekend, it's Thanksgiving. We want to focus on all the good about hanging out with family and spending time. And to hear about, almost, there have been so many shootings that it almost doesn't shock you anymore. But to hear that it was child after child being gunned down is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we see stories like this and you automatically think that something horrific is happening throughout the city of Stockton. But I was there not too long ago. It's been a few months. And there are beautiful parts of that community. Mm-hmm. And so I think, unfortunately, we see situations like this in almost every city in America, mm-hmm. where you have parts of it that you think, there's gang activity or, we're waiting to hear what, that to have that confirmed. But, situations of crime, higher rates of crime in some parts of the city. And it is really heartbreaking when you hear about this, something like this happening to children, especially around the holidays.
Absolutely.
That's the difficult part.
Well, police have people in custody, but where it goes from there, and the sheriff says they don't have their gunman just yet. So we'll keep track of that. Meanwhile, here in the Valley, we have our own crime mm-hmm. that law enforcement hopes to be able to solve today if anybody can come forward with information that can help. There was a kind of a gruesome hit and run over the weekend. It was at about 35th Avenue in Grand, and if you drive Grand, that's a very busy area. Guy was walking to the crosswalk. It was Saturday morning, just a little before sunrise. He was in the crosswalk, but a driver ran a red light and killed him. And unfortunately, this is where it gets even more gruesome. They do believe that the man, Victor Mendoza, was then hit by other multiple cars who were driving through the area and were not aware. I don't know if the lighting is good enough in that area or not, but apparently were not aware that there was a body in the road. So Phoenix PD has put out the call, and so that's why we're passing it along to you. If you have anything, any clues, anything you might have seen if you were in that area, that'd be really helpful.
You know, it wasn't too long ago, Ron. I think maybe about 5 years ago or so, in that intersection, 35th Avenue, Grand and Indian School, you know, all along Grand, that's the old US 60.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where US 60 kind of headed out before we had freeways in the east and things like that. That's how you headed out of town. All along Grand, you have 6 points. You have, you know, 3 different ways that you can drive in either direction. And this was one of the most dangerous intersections in the Phoenix metro area. Indian School, 35th Avenue, and Grand. And there is a lot of activity at some of those Grand intersections. You have the train that goes through. You have overpasses on some parts of Grand and not on others. And you really have to watch your way around those intersections. It's so dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hopefully somebody phones in that tip and they can get this hit and run killer off the streets. Well, Luigi Mangione is in the news. He is in court, I believe, as we speak. And it's interesting because protesters, pro-Luigi protesters were showing up outside of court just before things got underway. Listen to this.
I hope that we get to a point where we realize harsh punishments like the death penalty are bad, and we've got to rethink how punishment happens.
So I'm here with People Over Profit NYC, and we're spotlighting what we feel should really be on trial, which is the predatory insurance industry and the policies that destroy Americans and cost too many lives with no accountability.
Okay, so as you can see, there were different protesters there for different reasons. You heard that lady talking about the cost of insurance, and then you heard the guy before that saying the death penalty is not the way to go. So he's pled not guilty to all the criminal charges against him, but we're going to watch closely because it sounds like his lawyers are going to try to get some key evidence tossed.
Yeah.
And they feel like they might have a pretty good argument, and that could impact the whole case.
You know, with some of the protesters who were there, I think you understand the concern and the frustration with the high costs of insurance and health care. But maybe there's a different way to go about it.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be such a high-profile case when it really actually gets going. All right, those are the major stories of the morning, but boy, we have a lot more to get to, including record poll question numbers from over the weekend. But right now, Mystery Cam, where's this? Well, here we are at 1:15, and Syleste, this could be any one of, I don't know, about 15 states. I mean, the snow started coming down across Iowa, and then it just plowed right into Minnesota and Wisconsin and Michigan and Illinois, and I mean, they really got socked. And just quite incredible that Chicago set their all-time record for snow in November. Where do you think this is? What do we see in here?
I think I'm going to go with the state of Iowa.
Oh, yeah, I see Louis is saying so. Jen is saying so.
I'm going to pull. A lot of you guys have chimed in on some of these, and I think it's amazing that you guys are jumped on this. So Louis Gonzalez, yes, said Idaho. Quebec says Halakita.
Oh, nice.
North Dakota from Lil Philosophy. We've got Nebraska from RLS Vids, and Illinois from Thomas Brown, and a Michigan from B. Miguel.
I think I'm going to go with Michigan. And you're going to go with Iowa.
I'm going to go with Iowa.
All right, everybody.
Here it is. And Altoona, Iowa.
Oh, Syleste, congratulations.
Ron.
Starting off the week 1 for 1.
I think that means a Chick-fil-A run.
Oh, hey, yeah. We haven't done one of those in a while. Oh, that's for sure.
For all of it, Ron and I would do those on, was it on payday Fridays?
Usually
once in a
it was
while?
on a payday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ron would drop me off on the corner, and he'd go around the block, and I'd run in and grab the order and come out, and I'd stand on the corner and wait.
Right.
And I would just say, make sure you hurry up, Ron, or folks are going to get the weird idea.
I know. I had it timed out. As long as I drove around the block twice, I could pick. They were very good. That was the little one at Taylor Place.
Yes.
On the ASU campus. Now, of course, we have one right by the Fox Studios.
And I think that's one of the largest
7th Ave.
Drive-thrus that exist in the state of Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you are right. And they're always hopping, that's for sure. Anyway, so talking about the weather, they said that in the end, look at that. That's such a great shot. Look at the piled up snow with the iconic skyline and Lake Michigan right there. Here's where the flakes were coming down. I mean, it was really impressive. And by when you can only see less than a mile and you're looking around, such a cool city, although this weekend's such a cold city.
Yeah.
And they said with about 8 inches of snow, they said they had, and this is amazing. Because we're dealing with global warming and all that bit.
Yes.
And yet this is the biggest cold, chilly, windy, blustery snowfall they have ever had in the month of November.
That's pretty wild.
Isn't it?
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
When you look at that image, and then look at this right here. They have all these bits of works of art that are all along the water. Right. And I mean, the bean. The bean.
The famous bean.
Millennium Hall that you see there. It's so cool.
Yeah. When I was there was a guy selling, of course, Chicago hot dogs.
I love a Chicago dog.
I love one of those too.
So
that's
good.
For sure. Yeah, and there's the water tower up Michigan Avenue. And, I mean, it would be, as long as it wasn't like slippery and icy for you to walk around, it would be cool to be in Chicago with some snow on the ground and you're doing your Christmas shopping, right? Oh, look right here. This guy's doing a business with the hot chocolate and the brats. And the Bears, by the way, are doing really well. They're battling, believe it or not, for the #1 spot in the playoffs.
I know they have got a great defense.
Yeah, in the NFC. So we got a lot of Bears fans here in Arizona.
The Bears.
That's for sure.
The Bears.
Okay, so I'm going through just some of the various planning stages here for today's show. And I glanced, Syleste, at the poll question from last Friday.
Okay.
And we typically anymore, I mean, we used to get about 1,000 to 2,000 votes. Now it's not unusual to get 6,000, 7,000 votes.
Right.
But the poll question, it's our poll Q re-Q. Stand by. I've got the poll Q re-Q for you right here. This time around, we did, as far as I can recall, this is a record number of votes. I mean, it just continued to generate discussion all weekend long. 13,000 people decided to jump in. And how did the numbers play out, Celeste?
13,000? That is wild.
Is that incredible?
It's incredible. That might be, I wonder what our highest number is. It definitely rivals it for sure.
I think so.
So Trump says he'll permanently pause migration from third world countries. What are your thoughts on this? Good. Who knows how many people got in without vetting? 57% say that. Bad, an overreaction to a heinous action by one gunman, 34%. And good idea, but not permanently. We still need immigrants, 10%.
Okay. So that's exactly how it was looking on YouTube with the 13,000 votes. And then we also got, we got plenty of votes on our QR code as well.
Yes,
but
we did.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Back from what felt like a 4-week vacation.
Oh, my. Did it feel like 4 weeks for you, Big D?
It felt like forever because every day that I'm without you, it feels like it just goes on and on. And
Look at that.
Oh, my
Celeste, that's like a love
goodness.
letter to you and me.
I was thinking
Every day I'm without you.
Well, it kind of feels like a Hallmark card, doesn't it?
Oh, my gosh. That's the next Hallmark movie.
Every day without
On
you.
holiday vacation with Big D. Big D. Meanwhile, the suffering back at the studio.
I know. It was crazy.
Anyway.
You left us in good hands, though. Bella did an amazing job. There she is. Hi, Bella.
She did a great job. Well, are you still seeing some pretty good comments on that, Dave?
not only pretty good, I'm going to say very good. We had more than 700 comments, which isn't a huge surprise given that there were more than 13,000 votes. I'll read off a number of them. Joshua Kinney, 7257, says nobody has a right to someone else's country. Stop all but the most qualified. Prioritize migration from places that don't hate America. Melissa Burris, 7606, says not permanently. That's not who we are as a country. Temporarily, I can see, until the motive of the Afghan shooter is determined. Tesco Milk says, I don't think people realize how much the USA relies on migrant workers. Also, banning legal migration will lead to illegal migration. Michaela MPP 3782 says, until the country is fixed, we should not be letting anyone else in or giving money to any other countries. And finally, Abla V says, one person committing a crime doesn't mean you can just not let anyone in anymore. Everyone has the capability to do crimes, regardless of their race or ethnicity. We love hearing from you guys on every poll question, so keep it coming.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody at the White House checks out our show on a regular basis, but I can just say, Big D, that
I love that. Do you see? He was giving high five to bells.
Yeah.
It was the best.
I can say this. He was a guest on our show, on our morning show, when he first ran back in 2016.
Who is this?
Donald Trump.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yeah.
I recall.
And Rick D'Amico had him on the phone. It was really a great interview. He's fully aware of, I think, what we're doing out here. And I just think that the results that we're showing you right there on the screen, when the numbers are that strong, they probably should pay attention to it at the White House. Now, Celeste, the thing about it is we are literally going to jump right into our today's poll question. Every day it seems like there's something going on in D.C. that is generating lots of talk, and so here we go. Here's your question of the day for today. You've heard the reports. The Washington Post came out with it over the weekend, saying that there was a second strike on an alleged drug boat that was performed to kill survivors of the first strike. What are your thoughts on this? 16% say it sounds like a war crime, and Pete Hegseth is in big trouble. 44%, again, grab this QR code if you haven't voted yet. We would love to know what your opinion is. Option 2, Trump says that Hegseth told him he didn't give the kill everybody order, and I believe them. That number now just changed up to 47%. Close to 40%, 38 are saying it just is way too early. We're, 48 hours from the first report that came out. So let's see where the investigation leads, because it sounds like there could be an investigation in both the House and the Senate.
All right. And on YouTube, we've got 700 votes in about the last hour or so. And I think, Ron, we'll start to see more votes come in throughout the day. Right now, I think people are probably still cyber shopping online. Sounds like a war crime. Hegseth's in big trouble. 62% of you say that one. Trump, Hegseth says he didn't kill everybody. order. 10% of you say that, and it's way too early to know. So let's see the investigation first. 28% of you say that one, a little. Let's wait on it. They're saying, let's wait to see what else comes out.
I don't want to overwork Dave, but were you able to look at any comments on today's question?
Always. It's one of my biggest joys in life. Tom Brown, R9V, says, alleged, says it all. This is extraterritorial, extrajudicial murder. If there was intelligence to say they were committing a crime, send in U.S. Special Forces. Turn the story around and make it a Venezuelan military strike on an American boat that Venezuela says, without showing a threat of evidence, was full of American criminals. How would Trump supporters react? That's obviously a hypothetical point, seeing as MAGA doesn't do this normally. Matt Syke says blowing up those boats was a crime. Imagine if China did the same. The double standards applied here and elsewhere is the end of the U.S. as a globally respected nation. And Big Dopamine 9343 says there's no ambiguity here. It's a war crime and has been since the early days of naval warfare. Everyone in the kill chain needs to spend the rest of their lives in prison after their trials. Really passionate comments. Keep them up, everybody.
I kind of liked that handle, Big Dopamine.
Yeah, there's some creative names out there.
Well, if you stop yourself too early, you're a big dope.
Yeah, right.
Because dopamine, it kind of gives you it gives you a little boost.
Hey, by the way, Jenna is saying, Jennifer.
Yes.
The real question, Ron, is how do you survive an explosion like that in the first place?
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that, but that's a really good point.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to learn. There will be investigations, and we will stay on it for you. Hey, before we go to break, Celeste, I just thought this video was incredible. So this is by the way, from Minnesota over the weekend. Look what fire crews were called out to do. They had a deer that was trapped as the ice on a lake out there. Can you believe it's already been cold enough that lakes are freezing over?
Oh, look at that little guy.
Yeah, so of course, once they actually they're doing what they can to try to keep him calm, him or her. And then the next thing you know, the fire department said the animal wasn't hurt. Firefighters got through it all successfully, and seems like another day at the office for them. I think if you're in Hoyt Lakes, Minnesota, you may have dealt with this once or twice before. Minnesota's beautiful, and boy, that's the place to be if you want a snowy Thanksgiving and white Christmas.
Oh my goodness! I wonder if somebody's probably has a cabin or a house on Hoyt Lake. You know what I mean? They have that beautiful image out there. It's gorgeous when you take into consideration, Ron. We have some beautiful weather out in some parts of the country.
Yeah, no kidding. If you like the Four Seasons up there, if you just love the sun and 70, that's us. And how about this place? We'll be right back. Celeste, I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of our theme music here.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Yeah. Glenn is in the director's chair, and he roll it, baby! Right here, Celeste. All right. That's enough of that nonsense. We have a cool interview we're going to get to right now.
We do. I've been thinking about this, Ron. It kept me up all night. I was so excited about it.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing about it is that The Wizard of Oz is just, it has a life of its own. And now we have these wicked movies that are proving that even for a new generation, it just is more and more popular, which is incredible when you think this is a movie that came out, I believe, in 1939.
Yes.
Okay. But what was the most famous prop in the history of Hollywood? You could make a good argument it was the red ruby slippers that Dorothy wore that she had to click 3 times.
Right.
There's no place like home.
No place like home.
So when I was in Minnesota a few months ago, I went right to the Judy Garland Museum, and I'm so happy, Celeste. We have the man himself. This is John Kelsh, and he is the museum's tour guide and kind of the longtime expert, and it looks like he's halfway to Oz right now. John, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Really good.
Yeah, we're loving that mural behind you, my friend, on the yellow brick road.
Yes. Follow the yellow brick road.
Not long ago.
All right. So how of course the story, John, that we wanted to talk to you about was the theft of the ruby slippers. There's a show on one of the streaming services, Netflix or Hulu or something like that, called something like Caught Red-Handed, the theft of the red ruby slippers. Tell us, because you're standing very close to where the multi-million-dollar shoes were on display at your museum. Go ahead and kind of walk us around and tell us more about it.
All right, he's walking to the spot here.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
wonderful. Thank you.
That's the voice of Janie, the museum
Hi, Janie.
director.
We got
All right.
Janie and Johnny here with
Look
us.
at this. Okay, so
Yep.
that's right where they were. All right, take it away, Mr. Tour Guide. Tell us all about it.
Well, this is the spot where one of the 4 pair of slippers were stolen 20 years ago in 2005. They were on this identical pedestal. They were in a plexiglass covered top here, and
Yeah, look at
the
that.
same night that Hurricane Katrina destroyed New Orleans, they broke in this museum in the wee hours of the morning and made off with them in less than 50 seconds.
Wow.
That is crazy.
How did they get past security? Yeah, I'm going to have you guys walk us over there in a minute, but can you first tell us, how did they get past whatever security you might have had at the time?
Well, our building here, which is adjacent to the Garland Historic House, was new at the time. And we were having certain problems. There were 2 major mistakes made by our staff. One of them was we have a children's museum as well, where a lot of kids come on field trips. And for some reason, that spring, prior to when the slippers were to arrive for the summer, the kids were always crashing out the emergency exit doors. We have them all over the place because there's no sprinkler. Well, the fire trucks would come, the police, this went on and on. And so I called the security company and asked, can you disarm the door alarm contacts? Without just assuming and not asking the question, we thought when we keyed in to arm the building at night, those door alarm contacts would rearm. Not the case. Once disarmed, completely disarmed.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of understandable. A little bit of a miscommunication there. But I like how, is it Janie that's running the camera? I like how she was pointing sort of where this is one of the most notorious heists in the history of Hollywood. So if you want to walk us that way, you can tell us exactly how this particular fella did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of showing you the museum at the same time a little bit too.
Okay,
Yeah,
wonderful.
sure.
Thank you, Janie.
We just saw
So there's-
Dorothy's dress.
So this is a test dress that Judy Garland, it was tested out for the movie. And then we have the original carriage from The Wizard of Oz as well here.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's the one that was pulled by the horse of a different color.
That's right. Yep. So we're in the gallery. So there's 2 doors on each side, and it has its own kind of system, really. And one of these doors was propped open. So this is kind of the back hallway.
Yes.
And this is the door.
Here's one of the exit doors, and this one was breached.
That's the one that was breached.
Yep.
So did he break it with a hammer with glass, or did he jiggle the hand? How did he actually break in?
Jerry John Martin, a lifelong criminal from Minnesota, took a handheld sledgehammer, smashed that glass.
Wow.
But at that time, it did not have the wire in the glass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I talked about the first major comedy of error, disarming the door alarm contacts.
Right.
I'll mention the second one now. This gallery here, where we just walked through, like I said, the building was new. It was getting too warm. We couldn't get a handle on the HVAC system in that gallery.
Go ahead and walk us back in, because I'm sure that in our last minute or two we want to see some of the other things that were there. But so what with the HVAC? What was going on?
Well, the gallery was getting too hot, and we couldn't control it because it wasn't on its own temperature system, and we were worried about the artifacts.
Okay.
All the wonderful pieces that have to be maintained at a constant 70 degrees at 60% humidity. And so we made another mistake by leaving the rear gallery door open 24 hours so that air could circulate through.
Yeah, so there's one thermostat for like 2 separate parts of the building, the hallways and this room. And so when you shut the doors, whether it's AC or heat, it just stays in this room if the doors are shut, and it gets really hot or really cold. So we prop them open during business hours always so people can go through. But at night we close, you close them.
Yeah.
And I think that night they didn't close them.
Oh.
Because it was dead of summer here, and it would get extra hot because it was August.
Closed them that summer.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
We got about a minute left to give us sort of the happy ending and how this crime was solved in the end, you guys.
Sure.
Okay. Well, our local detective, Brian Matson, took a real interest in the case after a $1 million reward was offered in the year 2015. That's when the phone started ringing again with all these leads. And Brian worked it, went on crazy goose chases, and finally got a good lead. He was sent photographs. The photographs were sent to the Smithsonian Laboratory. We sent the sequin that had fallen off on the floor here. One sequin had fallen off.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
They
Okay.
took them to Washington to study it forensically. And they got back to Brian and said, these could very well be the stolen shoes.
Wow.
So he worked months later where they wanted $400,000 and they would return the shoes. the reward had declined by then.
Yeah.
And so Brian got to the point where a definite sting operation could be set up. Then he called the FBI.
Yeah.
And gave them all the information he had. And they helped him. He wanted to make sure everything went right. And he needed their help, and that was very wise.
Wow, that's so great. So basically, local police, and then the FBI gets involved, and the arrests are made, and we're just about out of time. Janie, anything else around the museum that you want to show us? I think you have one of the spears from the guards. That what were those guards called in the Witch's Castle? Is that actually one from the movie?
Yes, that's a Winky guard spear. And the Winkies guarded the Wicked Witch at her castle.
Oh.
The Wickies. Wow.
Winkies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Winky.
the Winkies.
Winkies.
Okay, and then let's just look at the shoes before we say our goodbyes. By the way, it is really... Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Facsimiles for sure.
Oh, look at those. Wow.
Replica pair.
A pretty good replica because that's the color they are. They're more of a darker burgundy.
Yeah.
That's
For some reason, the early Technicolor picked this up as bright ruby on that film.
Well, John and John, I almost said John and Ruby.
John and Janie.
John and Janie, you guys are a perfect pair. I know we worked for quite a while to get this interview done. Thanks so much.
Well,
yes, thank you.
Your interest.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you so much for your time. What a beautiful place you have.
You can see the snow
Thank
there.
you.
By the way, Syleste, I just wanted to mention, if you go there, this is in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Right next door is the house that Judy Garland grew up in as a little girl.
You look a bit perplexed, Ron. What's on your mind in this photo?
Because I was trying to solve the crime.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I still want to dig into how they pulled off the crime of the century.
My goodness.
In Grand Rapids, Minnesota. So if you're ever in that part of the upper Midwest, go check it out. You can meander through her house. And of course, you can go right to the museum.
Dig through the cupboards.
Yeah.
What's in here?
No kidding. All right, break time. That was really interesting. Glad the crime has finally been solved. Look at this, would you? Talk about winter beauty. We'll be right back.
Are you just totally mesmerized right now?
Yeah, Celeste is like, look, we're back on. And I'm like, yeah, give me one more moment of zen. You know how YouTube does that every once in a while? They're like, enjoy the moment of zen.
I actually, on YouTube, I'm glad you brought this up, Ron. Oh, Kellogg, Idaho.
Yeah.
This is my moment of zen when I'm getting ready for work.
Okay.
Here. So for all you at home, if you go to YouTube,
Yes.
obviously not right now, and you look up Christmas background.
Because you're already on YouTube, but go ahead.
Christmas background jazz music with warm crackling fireplace to relax.
Warm crackling fireplace.
And you
That's
just
your go-to.
you can throw it up on your screen at home while you're cooking your Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
But I actually watch and listen to that when I'm getting ready.
So the days of Big Gare having to go up into the woods to crack down a couple of trees so you can have a fire in your... Those days are over.
We put the flannel away a long time ago, right? Bells, it's good to see you, sister.
Yeah,
How was your weekend?
It was good. Just tired.
Yeah.
I had my little sister in town, so it was nice to spend time
Is
with
she
her.
still in town?
No, she left
flew back home?
yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sisters. So, you guys, I know that before Thanksgiving weekend began, you're like, be sure to take a few pictures of the first annual Hoon family turkey.
Yes.
And I promised I would.
Yay.
So we have just some quick highlights here for everyone. Let me make sure I've got this in the right spot. Okay, ready? This is how it went. This was Thanksgiving afternoon. You know, I worked on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes.
And as did you guys. And then mid-afternoon, we went to this park in Mesa, and then we were all set and ready to go at the starting line, but then there was an issue. You'll see. There's been a last-minute hiccup. We have to get Claire Bear in the car, in the vehicle. Oh, I think maybe she wants to run it all herself. And you know what? She understands how important a head start is. Although the shoe situation might prove challenging. So Claire is the youngest of our grandkids. There's Michelle and her dog Willie. This whole thing was Michelle's idea, and you can see the rest of the kids. Here we were, just ahead of time, getting everybody all set and ready to go. Got those matching shirts. First annual Hoon family turkey trot.
Those are
So
wonderful.
amazing.
Those are great shirts, Ron.
Yeah. To make it cool for the kids, Nick, Michelle's husband, by the way, there was Ava. And then look at little Stetson taking a knee for the team. How about that?
Cute.
So sweet.
He ran his heart out. I didn't know if he was going to or not, but you can see him right there on the sidewalk. And then let's see, I think we have maybe one more picture. Yeah, this will be Michelle and me. It was Michelle's whole idea to do it. So thank you, Stet and Ava.
Thank you, Michelle.
And all the kids that participated. And Riley was the winner of the whole thing.
So great.
I would say it was a big smashing success.
It looked so fun. I love the photos.
And Michelle got the T-shirts made, right?
Yep.
Way to go, Michelle.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyway, that was definitely a lot of fun, and it all worked out great. And I don't know. I mean, we ran a half a mile. I don't know for sure on the computations, but I think if you run a half mile, you probably have burned, I don't know, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 calories.
Yeah.
What are you laughing about, Dave?
It's very accurate.
Okay, thanks. Maybe I'm a little high on the 5,000, 4,000 or 5,000. That's what I was thinking at the time. Now I can have like 3 pumpkin pie slices.
I'm actually imagining you at some point in like a decade running like the Tillman race, but at UW. So we're gonna have the Hooner. Turkey trot at UW.
Okay.
And you start inside the stadium.
Yeah.
And you run around outside, and then you end inside the stadium, and then maybe hop in a boat. Was that Lake Washington?
Yes, it is.
And then you take a little meander around the lake.
Celeste, you're a big thinker.
Ron, I try.
I'll send this tape to you.
I mean, I don't know how much that would cost, but
it'd be wide open for the
We'll make it work.
Okay. But anyway, so that was a lot of fun. Now, when it comes to flying, there were all kinds of problems over the weekend because of all the snow.
Correct.
By the way, the TSA did just come out a couple of hours ago and say that was our single busiest day in the history of flying.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're doing a great job. And hopefully they've all got their back pay now and that kind of a thing. But what about this story you guys. I love this story, and I thought, this would be kind of a fun one for us to talk about, because if you go to the airport, what snack are you going to buy to take onto the plane? Are you going to grab the Oreos, the Jack's Lynx jerky, Cheetos, or the Flaming Hot Cheetos? I think those Flaming Hot have become really popular. Anything else on this list that kind of strikes your fancy, or what kind of snacks do you guys like to bring on?
What about you, Bells?
I definitely would go for the beef jerky on that list.
Oh, going the protein route.
Yes.
Nice, Bella.
But I always get a little self-conscious because when you open up a bag of beef jerky at first, it kind of stinks up the area.
A little, yeah.
So I make sure to eat it all while we're waiting to board the plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I just rely on my ginger ale to get me through the flight.
Oh, it's always the ginger ale.
Yes.
Nice.
That's nice.
Okay.
I'm actually too frugal to purchase snacks at the airport.
Oh, my gosh. You and me both, sister.
So I will actually go to TJ's. I'll go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
They have these chili mangoes.
Yes.
In the plastic container. They're like $2.99 or $1.99 for the small pack.
Okay.
And I'll throw those in my bag. I have a small bag of animal crackers in my travel bag right now, and a little
You
container.
still haven't been able to break that habit, by the way.
I know.
Ever since you were 4, you loved animal crackers.
Always.
We all do.
Well, they're covered like pink and white. Who doesn't want to eat them?
Sprinkles.
Thank you. That's the best part. And then I'll throw in maybe like some almonds or pistachios that I buy at the store. But I won't buy anything. I don't even want to buy water at the airport.
gosh.
It's like $7 for a large water bottle.
So if you ever go to Terminal 3, right before you approach the Delta gates, meaning like gates 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
There is a place there where you can get grab-and-go snacks. And as you guys remember, I had 3 of my grandkids with me and my son Jordan, and we were going to fly up to Seattle for a Huskies versus Ohio State game. And we had been waiting for hours. There was really bad storm, and so they all wanted to go get food, but everywhere you looked, it was like a half-hour line, and we didn't know when the plane might, they might make an announcement. So I said, let's just go to the grab-and-go area, and we got some burritos. And I thought, I'm doing the math in my head, probably $5 each.
Yes.
Times all 5 of us, I'm going to be out, $25. I believe they were $13
a
each.
piece, the burritos,
And then with tax, it's like $15.
You know what this is? Okay, now I'm thinking.
I
should make burritos, and Bells, we should go stand outside at the Sky Train entrance.
Yes, how about tamales? Your famous tamales.
And open up the cooler and sell them at $3 a piece or something.
Sure.
Anybody want a bean burrito and cheese,
right.
and then have a little container of salsa to go?
What if the airport officials tried to chase you out of there?
Maybe I give them a free burrito.
I'm sure if we offered them a burrito, they'd let us do our thing.
They probably would, but there's probably one rule follower.
Probably.
So you just hot-foot it on over to Terminal 4 and stay one step ahead of them.
And then maybe if those people come after me, then I go somewhere else. I'm just going to continually move.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Is there anything else on this list that we should be aware of? Cool Ranch Doritos. Those are really popular.
So we have some good comments on this. So Melinda Moses says, Celeste, I'm so afraid of getting stuck in traffic or an elevator. I always have snacks in my purse. Guarded at a security loves it too because they always get better rum lifesavers. Maybe that's one of the options that she chooses at the airport. And so a lot of people saying, listen to Be Kind Forever says it was $5 on the plane. My daughter said she would rather dehydrate, than purchase water. I like trail mix and Jolly Ranchers. So we have a lot of people saying, and then Charles David says he's hungry now.
I'm with RLS Vids. He says breakfast burritos, please. I agree. I'm with him.
All right, breakfast burritos it is, Ron.
Right.
Ron, what is your favorite breakfast burrito? What's in it?
That's, we used to have a morning show employee.
Yes.
Weldon. Now he's a high-flying executive.
My goodness, he hardly has time to say hello to us.
Yeah, but we would all give him $5, and he would go down to Philly Bees and grab their, I think I usually go with machaca and load it up with onions and that kind of thing. And $5 would get it for you. This was like 10 years ago.
So true.
And it's now like $12.
It's going to be a little more like double that.
Two things. Be Kind Forever says you can fill your own water bottle after you get through security.
True.
That's what I do.
Yes, and I do that. But the water is usually warm. And sometimes I like cold water, so then I sometimes have to buy ice anyway. The other comment we have, Melinda Moses says she'll take a chorizo and potato, please, and that is my choice.
Same.
Sausage, egg, cheese, potato, green chili from RLS Vids. Okay. Bacon, egg, potato, and cheese with jalapeno fresca. That's Charles David. We have a lot of burrito talk in here now.
Hungry.
Louis Gonzalez says that sounds delicious. Muffins with scrambled eggs. He'll just take that. I think there's something about food that brings people together.
I will just say this. If you're going to take your burrito on the plane, people are going to smell it. You better be prepared to at least offer a bite or two to everybody in your row.
Or have extra and sell them. $1. I will give you a burrito for $1. Ron, these days with inflation, I'm trying to put food on the table for my 3 children.
I like the way
Bells?
you think.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, again, what if a flight attendant tries to chase you around the plane?
Down like the small alleyway.
Right. You're like, let me be free.
Well, maybe
I'm only trying to make a buck on
Just
these
bring him a little
burritos.
gift. Just bring him a little gift.
I'll give her one.
Oh, there you go.
I'll save some for.
How many burritos are we thinking of packing?
I think how many can I pack in a carry-on?
Oh, okay.
Well, then you got to share with the TSA. My go-to, by the way, is I'll bring kind of a mixed nut type thing with peanuts and macadamia nuts or cashews. And then when they come by with that tiny little bag on Delta that they give you, and it literally says 0.5 ounces.
Oh, my goodness.
And they have the sun chips.
They have 5 chips in there.
They have 5 little sun chips in there. Come on, Delta.
Are they
You're
the
making
salsa?
Millions, if
Are
not
they the
billions.
salsa flavor?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I love the salsa flavor.
But then I drop them in
chips.
with the nuts and kind of shake it up.
Oh, that's good.
So it's got that sort of sweet and salty.
Little trail mix.
Ty is on board with this,
Ty's
by the
on
way.
board.
We need a separate camera on Ty. Is what we need.
Ty
here.
cam.
The Ty cam. Okay, so as a matter of fact, Ty and Anita are back up. That was fun, you guys.
Yeah. It was a lot of good breakfast talk.
I'm hungry now.
And we're talking about snacking and traveling and lots of fun to be held during the holidays.
Yeah, and hanging out with all you guys too.
Yeah.
Brandon Miguel is like steak, egg, burrito from Philly Bees. Can't beat that. RLS Vince is on board, Celeste.
He says, I'll give you $125. I'm generous like that.
Yeah, if you get up on the plane, it could turn into a bidding process.
Wow, now we're talking, people.
All right, break time. Beautiful Kellogg in northern Idaho. We'll be back with Ty and Anita in 2 minutes.
Yay. All right, good stuff.
Good Monday morning. We're going to keep things rolling here on Fox 10 Talks. Good morning.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did. I had a fun weekend. How about yourself?
I had a jam-packed weekend. My parents are visiting, so Thursday was Thanksgiving. I cooked, and I was.
Oh, you had everything turn out?
It was okay. Everyone said it was good. So my big concern was the mashed sweet potatoes, and I really enjoyed them. So I thought the stovetop stuffing was not so great this time.
Oh, no. Do you think they changed the recipe?
I do. I like the savory herb one, and I do believe that they changed it. And so I have one more box left at home. I'll try it again just to make sure. I don't know. How's yours? Good?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it Friday.
Yeah, that's true. But
Friday evening, we went to Glendale Glitters, which is free, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, you park out on the street and you walk around. It's really beautiful.
They do a fantastic job.
It was very, very nice. And we saw the mayor, introduced my parents, which was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Saturday, we went to the car show.
Oh, yeah.
At the Phoenix Convention Center. And, you could dream a little dream. Be kind forever. Hi, guys. How are you?
Did you find a cool car
what did I like? The Toyota?
The Toyota Corolla SUV.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. But
Anita fell in love with the Toyota Corolla.
It's cute. And, I mean... it was like fairly reasonably priced.
For a brand new car, yeah.
It wasn't as much as I thought it.
And Toyotas run forever.
Yeah, I had a Toyota Paseo back in the day.
I don't know what a Paseo is.
They don't make them anymore.
They don't?
No, but I think it had like 200,000 miles, and the only reason I sold it was because...
that?
Yeah, I had a little red one. Oh, I was hot. Watch out.
Look at that gas mileage, 31 miles per gallon, 37 on the highway.
It was amazing.
Wow.
And the only reason I sold it was because I was moving from Washington State to Illinois for a news job. And my dad's like, it has so many miles, I don't want you driving it back by yourself. So I just sold it.
There you go.
And I loved it.
R.I.P. Toyota Paseo.
Yeah.
There's like those certain cars that you have during your life that you're like, God, that was a great car, right?
Yeah. And then we went to dinner.
Okay, where'd you go?
Rustler's Roost, because my parents loved that place. And Johnny went down the slide.
He did?
He did.
How I've heard about the slide, but is it like a significant slide or is it like a small slide?
No, it's a good size. Medium. Medium.
Is it enclosed?
No, it's open. It's open, but it's metal, so you're going down pretty quick.
Mostly kids do it. Yeah. And Johnny. I don't like the slides that are enclosed. I get a little
claustrophobic.
In my older age, I'm developing claustrophobia.
What happens if you get stuck in there? Who's going to plunge you out?
Did you see there was like a video of a guy on a cruise ship and like the water stopped and he was stuck in the tube hanging over the water?
That's exactly what I was just thinking about. He was in the tube and it was like a case, but he wasn't going anywhere. But how in the heck did they get him out? I agree. The older you get, the fewer risks in life you take.
And the more phobias you start to take on.
Because I used to ski. I started when I was a kid, and I would go down the Black Diamond runs with all the dudes.
No
I'd go out with my dad and my uncles, and I'd be going probably like 50 miles per hour on those skis. And now I'm like,
let's
maybe
put a helmet on.
Well, no. Now I don't even put the skis on. I'm like, let's just go for a walk. Let's snowshoe.
There you go.
Even then.
Low impact.
And then we went to Zoo Lights.
You had a busy weekend.
Well, I'm trying to entertain, because you know what happens when everyone's busy?
Yeah, they don't complain.
They don't complain. They don't argue.
How much longer are Ted and Luce in town?
They leave Wednesday. God bless.
You got some more entertaining left.
And then last night we went to the Mormon Temple in Mesa.
Oh, yeah.
And it, again, free.
Lights,
You can find so many free things to do.
Well, I was thinking about Ted and Lucy actually this weekend, because that's actually one of our stories, because I saw how much snow they got.
Oh, you know what? I should have had my dad send the pictures. So he, of course, they're here, and they're monitoring the cameras, the video cameras. You can't see out their window because the camera's like on the ledge, and there are 12 inches of snow.
Wow.
Yeah, where they live.
Well, that was kind of what we're going to talk about, is because the travel has
issues.
Just been kind of a big pain in the butt over the past
can we
couple
talk
of
about?
days.
Oh, okay, we're talking travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you mentioned it, but Chicago, Milwaukee, Des Moines, and Grand Rapids were some of the cities that were really hit the most, and obviously this was one of the busiest travel times for folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, everyone was heading back last
home.
night. My parents are retired, so they have flexibility, but everyone was going back yesterday. But in O'Hare, I can't remember the number of how many flights were canceled.
I think we have it right here. There was over 2,000 flights that were canceled on Saturday.
Alone.
I don't know if that was just O'Hare or if that was kind of all of them.
I think O'Hare had 600, if I'm not mistaken. And so you just have to think about that trickle-down effect.
I'm looking up real quick, FlightAware misery map.
Here,
Give me a second. Just
flights
so you can see.
canceled O'Hare Saturday.
All right, so we're still looking at, Chicago is still seeing issues. I'm looking it up right now. They have about 108 delays, 24 cancellations in and out of the Chicago
It was
airport.
at least 1,300 flights canceled at O'Hare, and that's Midway as well. That was Saturday, 2 days ago. So remember, we've got two big airports there. And I remember going home for Christmas 10 years ago, and took a late flight out for some reason. You know, sometimes you just book the best, cheapest flight. Usually I would take the first flight out. I like taking the first flight out because I feel like the crew is there, the plane is there, and if weather's coming in, you usually can escape it. So we took a late flight, and I just watched all day that snow just accumulating. We got to the airport. I had never seen so many people packed into one facility ever in my life. And somehow or other, we managed to get on like the one single American Airlines flight that took off. And we were like 4 hours delayed. But we got out. My gosh, it was unbelievable because I had to work that like next morning. Like I landed, went home and changed and came in to report.
But with, what'd you say, 1,300 flights canceled?
This is NBC Chicago. At least 1,300 flights canceled at O'Hare and Midway. So this is two airports as the winter storm came in. So there was a ground stop at Midway. It's a little bit smaller. Let's see. FlightAware said 216 flights scheduled to arrive or depart at the airport were canceled. At O'Hare, it just keeps going.
But that's going to just mean it's like a trickle down effect, you know what I mean?
Because
so
anyone
who's...
could
lead into today, tomorrow. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you are traveling, you still have friends, family here that are leaving for the holiday. We always talk about it, but best to just check with the airline's website before you even head out, just to make sure there's no issues because, man, those winter storms, it seems like we always have these big storms move in right when
everyone's
it's like
heading
the
out.
busiest travel season, right?
Thankfully, everything reopened, and that wasn't a big deal. Let me get through some comments here. Melinda Moses, 56, made hot chocolate last night. Anyone else notice Kraft marshmallows don't taste the same? I swear, my dad and I had this discussion yesterday.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
They don't taste the same?
I don't know. She says they don't. I have not purchased Kraft marshmallow. I get the generic. But my dad and I were talking about that because he's like, grocery prices are down. I said, if they're down, it's because instead of getting 10 Oreos, you now get 3.
Yeah.
And I said, they shrink. He's like, that's not true. And I'm like, it's true. They're changing everything.
Remember on Friday, Crystal brought those delicious things.
Oreo.
And she says now you have to buy the family pack, whereas you could just buy the normal Oreos for the same recipe.
I bought those Milano. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The chocolate ones? Or they have the mint ones?
I got what are they called? Milano.
I think that's what they are.
Milano cookies by Pepperidge Farm.
Like
Yeah.
The oblong
okay.
ones.
So, and I open up the package. It's like a treat. I'm like, I'm going to get them. I like to dip them in my coffee. I could not. It looked like a fourth of the size. I'm like, well, what's the point? At least fewer calories.
There you go.
Melinda also says that she went down that slide in 1985 for their 1-year anniversary. And someone else said that the old folks take fewer risks.
That is true.
Who are you calling old?
No,
I'm just
think
kidding.
we
I
all
agree.
are. Yeah.
I think you just become a little bit. Oh, Linda said it. Linda Monty. So true. We seniors take fewer risks. I think it's just,
Yeah. And then some folks are saying, a lot of folks with those travel disruptions, and then Jen's like, haha, that's why I moved. No snowstorms. That is so true. We rarely have to deal with any horrible weather here in Arizona, which is nice.
You want to go back? Do we have time? Yeah, to Black Friday?
Yeah.
Did you do any shopping?
No. I did have to go return something to the mall on Saturday. And they still actually, some of the stores that I was in still had like quite a few sales still going on.
I think the sales went through the weekend, and then we have Cyber Monday today. Was it packed?
It really wasn't that bad at all. I was
mall?
worried.
Fashion
I
Square?
went to, not Fashion Square, what's the Biltmore? Because I needed to return something to the Macy's there. But yeah, it really wasn't that bad. But speaking of that, consumers going wild. So we just got this new information in, basically saying that they spent a record $11.8 billion. I can't even say it. $1 billion during
I think that emphasizes the amount. Yeah. So here's my question to you.
Go on.
Are people buying more, or because they're spending more, so they're buying more, or is it that things cost so much more that they're simply spending more?
That's a valid point. I never thought of that.
I'm just wondering, how you measure that.
So this was a 9.1% jump from last year,
which is a lot.
And it was a slight increase from the from what they originally thought. They estimated about 11.7, and the actual was 11.8. So that just goes to show you how many people were out and about trying to snag those really good deals.
I started getting Black Friday ads maybe the week before.
Oh, yeah. My inbox was just spam.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the deals were okay. And I think that a lot of people were offering discounts, retailers that maybe you wouldn't, like products and stuff like that. Today's Cyber Monday, of course, that's a really big deal. I've been on Amazon looking for really like gifts. I bought my parents. I don't know if they're watching.
You better not say it.
Okay.
What is it good?
AirTags.
Oh, yeah,
because
for their luggage.
they travel a lot. And so I bought them a set of 4 so that they can put them. And my dad loves anything Apple. He probably didn't, if he's watching, he didn't hear what I said.
Yeah.
And they were actually cheaper Black Friday, and I missed it. They sold out.
Oh, shoot.
And they were, it was a little bit more, but sorry, I was looking at Darla's comment saying they got to see any of our holiday photos. I didn't take a single photo on Thanksgiving.
I didn't either.
Usually I take a picture of the table and the turkey. I was so busy and overwhelmed that I didn't. But anyway, back to shopping. Yeah. I'm noticing on Amazon a lot of like toothpaste, for example, or the body wash we use.
The things you use every day.
The things you use every day are fairly discounted, well discounted. So I'm really buying stuff that I'm just stocking up.
Yeah. So Adobe Analytics predicts that today shoppers are going to spend $14.2 billion, which would also break another record. Adobe also forecasts that those buy now, pay later loans will surpass the $1 billion milestone. So that's kind of interesting as well.
Again, are people spending more because stuff costs more, or are we truly buying more stuff?
They say it's important to be careful to look out for scams today, too.
That's a big
some
one.
of these websites pop up, and if it sounds too good to be true, it might just be. So they're saying make sure you stick to retailers that you kind of know and trust. The Amazons, the Walmarts, the Targets, whatever else you're doing to make sure that you're not getting scammed. But I thought that was pretty interesting as well. But man, I'm not kidding. If you looked at my emails, it was
everything. Black Friday's not over. Black Friday's not over. Black Friday's not over.
Wait till Cyber Monday even more.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Then I'm waiting for the after Christmas, the day after Christmas.
What do you get then?
Everything goes on sale, clothing and furniture.
I like what Charles David said. Buy now, pray later. So you don't have to pay for it.
Well, that's also a big problem.
Yeah.
20 seconds. But a lot of people are doing that buy now, pay later option. They can get a little trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to really stick to
a
minimum.
Good budget?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Good luck with that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we're going to try a new beverage that hasn't even been released yet. But guess what?
Good luck.
Big D got
Good
his
luck,
hands
Chuck.
on it, and we're going to try it next.
Good luck.
Sorry.
Are we? Ty just goes, are we on break? Are we done with break?
I still got paper. I'm not done yet.
15 seconds ago. This is why we need to play and win the lotto.
That is very true because guess what? It is growing once again. There was no winner, which means that jackpot is going to continue to grow. The estimated jackpot for tonight's drawing, $740 million.
I'm going to play.
Cash value, $346.1 million.
Either way that you break it down, I won't be here the next day.
What would you do? What was the first thing you would buy?
I don't know. I would invest the money.
Oh, you would?
I would probably.
That is such a loser thing to say. I would invest the money. And I would
probably.
Donate it. I'd be like, I'm buying a jet.
I'll
donate some.
I think what I would probably do is pay off my house now, just so that I don't have to worry about it while I plan what to do.
Gotcha.
I would buy a little apartment in Paris.
Okay.
And then I would buy, my mom really wants a little place in Kraków in Poland.
Okay.
So I'd buy them a little place. And yeah, maybe, I don't know if I would buy a jet. I would just probably fly first class. Because jet fuel's very expensive.
Look at you.
And I already have
Thrifty
global
queen.
entry.
Thrifty queen.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I would just want to know that I don't have to work or do anything for the rest of my life if I don't want to.
There you go.
Like, if I want to get up and have coffee and practice yoga for 8 hours, do it.
There you go.
If I want to sleep till noon, do it. Ty's laughing. You asked. You asked, friend.
Well, this reminds me, though, because 2 weeks ago, someone in Scottsdale, they won the pick. It was worth $12.8 million, and I'm trying to see if they came forward yet because
it was a Circle K at 56th
and Bell,
and I am not like crazy far from that area, so now I feel like I have to go to every single Circle K in the world to buy tickets. Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, let's bring in our next guest here on our Monday morning. We have Bill here from Arizona Department of Transportation. Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys have something kind of fun that you guys are announcing, some new license plates.
Absolutely. We've got 3 brand new specialty plates that are joining the over 100 other plates that are an option for people.
There's over 100?
There's 109 now with these 3 new additions.
Wow.
What's a specialty plate?
So a specialty plate is a design for like the universities or your favorite local national sports teams like the Suns, the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks.
Do you have a Fox 10 one?
That would have to be through you all, through the legislature, and it would have to be a nonprofit or charitable cause, which you could absolutely have. A charitable cause, you could. That would be fun.
Huh, that's interesting.
And so the 3 new ones are the Phoenix Mercury, which joins the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, fun. And they have a new logo, and they're rebranding. And they're
I think we have pictures of some of them. So these are the 3. Look at these.
Oh, I love that one.
And the Verde Valley Wine Trail is actually a gorgeous little plate, right? And then the ovarian cancer one is also a great awareness cause. And so all these specialty plates have a cause of some kind that they support. And right now in Arizona, there's over 920,000 specialty plates. In perspective, that's out of 8.2 million vehicles registered. So it's like scratching the 10%, 11% of the surface.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But of that, 14.5 million has gone to charities or organizations helping Arizona communities.
Now, so you'd pay a little bit more for these, correct? And that's because it goes back to these charities.
Exactly.
And is that on a yearly basis? Like when you register your car, you're actually paying just a little bit more to have that vanity, or not the vanity plate rather, but the specialty plate?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's $25, and of that 25, 17 goes directly to that particular plate's cause.
Now, how much is a regular plate?
So it doesn't cost you anything besides the vehicle registration fee.
Okay.
So this is in addition to your vehicle tax.
Oh, got
the
it.
registration fee, right? And then if you wanted to get even more fun with it, you could vanity. You could put like Ty Fox 10 or just Fox 10 or something on there. Exactly. But that $25 fee is just a $25 fee. It doesn't go back towards the charitable side. But this is a fantastic opportunity.
So walk us through how this works. Like, do these organizations come to you and say, "Hey, ADOT, can we work together and get a license plate?" Or how does this all come to be? Because I think it is pretty fascinating that there's over, as you mentioned, 100 plates now.
And that's not even scratching the surface of some states. There's some states that have 3 or 4 or more.
Wow.
100. So what happens in this state is it's a legislative process, if I can say that without blending my words too badly. It's a legislative process, so that organization would work with their representative or state senator to sponsor a bill to get them added to the law, if you will.
Okay.
That includes these 109 different plates. Once it goes through that process and it's approved and the governor signs off on it, it then comes to ADOT, where we work with that organization to design the plate. There is a $32,000 fee for that plate that the agency or entity has to pay. once it's designed and approved through law enforcement and ADOT, because we want each plate to make sure that law enforcement can read the letters. So it's a great opportunity to jazz up your vehicle, but we want to make sure it's still
and
safe
give back.
law enforcement. Exactly.
Nice to give back. That bottom one that says "Take the Scenic Route," that one's really pretty. I like that. The wine trail.
That's the Verde Valley
really
Wine Trail, which is a brand new one.
Gorgeous.
Obviously, all three are brand new.
So you have new ones every year?
Typically, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now, do you? This might be a trick question, but do you off the top of your head know which plate is the most popular here in our state?
Absolutely, and I'm glad I did a little bit of homework here on my notes. So the veterans are always some of the top plates, and there's over 130,000 of those plates.
Wow.
And that's fantastic because the cause goes back to veterans and helping them out. So that's a fantastic one. First responders is also over 100,000 plates in the state, and that helps obviously them and their families during unfortunate times or medical or other things. Some of the others, like we just have the Territorial Cup. I'll give ASU fans a little bit of love on that one. That ASU actually wins that plate.
We don't have to talk about that.
Did you hear that, though?
They've got a little bit more plates. Exactly.
Oh, cool.
So
okay, they won something.
You can at least take that victory.
Yeah.
They've got the most out of all the colleges in the state.
That's cool.
Yeah,
now, if folks are watching right now and they're like, okay, I kind of love that Mercury plate, for example, how do they get that?
Absolutely. So you can go to our website, the azdot.gov, and you can look at all the different 109 different plates. If you want to actually switch from your standard plate or whatever you have now, you can do that either by coming into an MVD office, which the average wait time is 12 to 15 minutes, so it's not an all-day affair, or the most convenient way is to go to azmvdnow.gov, and you can log into your account, and you can switch your vehicle plate right there.
And they just send it. You guys just send it out.
Absolutely.
I think it's
you guys are fast with those plates, too.
Yep. It takes maybe 10 days, a little bit more than that, depending.
We had a story a couple of months ago. Was it out in New York, Ty? Do you remember? Someone used a piece of paper and a marker.
Oh, it was California.
Oh, was it California?
They drew their plate
on.
Stole it.
Yeah, or they lost it, or who knows what was going through, but nothing like that going on here.
Or people... Other states back east has been known to do the same thing, to not pay the registration.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they just draw them on?
Cheat, right, and hoping that they don't get pulled over.
It looked like they drew it right onto the car. You remember that?
Yeah, that was
okay, one more time, how people can get a hold of you guys, how they can pick a new plate.
Absolutely. So if you want to just look at the 109 different plates, you can go to azdot.gov.
Awesome.
And then I think it's / specialty plates. Or you can Google Arizona specialty plates, and you'll see the list.
Awesome.
If you're ready to actually select your favorite cause and add that little personality to your vehicle, go to azmvdnow.gov and log into your account, and then from there you can pick new plates.
Awesome.
I'm looking at all of them right now.
Yeah, they're really neat.
They are some cool ones. We've got the Alice Cooper one.
Yeah, that's a new one, like maybe 2 years old, but it's very popular, and it helps the teenagers that are in the music scene
that's
get a little bit of confidence going.
Now, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but the Arizona Coyotes plate is still on your website. Can you still get that?
You can still get it.
Oh, vintage.
It's just commemorative vintage, okay?
Okay.
Oh, vintage. Well, thank you, Bill. We appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Cool, yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. You want to put those up one more time?
Yeah, I'll show you one more time. Here's the license plate if you want to get them. The 3 newest ones this year.
Okay.
Very cool.
We'll make sure to get everyone a link if you wanted to help out and get a fun new plate. There you have it. Okay, also fun. Pepsi. Are you Pepsi or Coke drinkers? Big D.
Hi, friends. I like Pepsi and Coke. I'm not picky when it comes to delicious soda.
Can I tell a story?
You may.
Sure. Are you when we saw each other outside work? Can I tell that story?
Oh, sure. You can tell whatever.
So I had to go in for a big blood draw. I had to take the day off because I had to fast. Just all this crazy stuff. So it's 7 a.m. and I'm at this Sonoran Quest, and I'm sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden I look and I see Dave walk in, and his back is to me, and I go, Dave, and he goes, oh, hi, friend. Like, you didn't even turn around. You just heard my voice and you go, hi, friend.
You guys are very recognizable.
There you go.
Thanks.
All right, so Dave, can you
Tell
explain
us what
this
happened,
is?
So Pepsi is debuting these new prebiotic flavors. Pretty exciting. So there's cherry vanilla flavor, and then I believe the other one is prebiotic cola regular.
Should we just open one?
Let's just open one.
Yeah.
So that's just the regular.
This is the regular.
Okay,
so we're going to start off so we know what it tastes like.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to do a splash for you, Dave.
Oh, very exciting. Thank you so much.
And we're just going to do splashes.
Oh, just splashes?
Well, because we have a taste test. So
we don't want to fill up our bellies too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I need a little bit more.
Wait, I want a
Cheers,
little more.
guys.
Okay.
Oh, Anita, fine.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right,
Okay,
cheers.
so this is the original Peps.
And thank you to Pepsi for sending us these samples. We appreciate it.
Okay, now here's the prebiotic. Now, this is not out yet, right? This comes out in a couple months.
Yeah, very exciting. This is a first taste.
Does anyone know what prebiotic is or does?
It helps your gut.
Okay.
Or is that probiotic?
I'm sure it's good for you.
What is pre and pro?
I thought it was the
Okay, Google
prebiotics.
Okay, yeah, you do this while I
versus
open this
probiotics. Stand by. Prebiotic is a non-digestible fiber.
Oh no, fiber. We still have a lot of news to do today.
That's why I was wondering, because we still have to do the noon show.
Just a dash.
Think of prebiotics as a food or fertilizer for the healthy gut microbiome. Biome.
Yeah.
It'll. Okay.
Here's your fiber soda.
Fiber soda. It's terrific.
Cheers. Cheers. Okay, now this is the other one.
Wrong.
It's interesting. I feel like I feel more bubbles.
It tastes like diet to me.
That's
it does
interesting.
kind of taste like
Is
diet.
that diet?
No, it's regular.
How many calories?
Oh no, it has no. It has 5 grams of sugar,
Yeah.
no artificial sweeteners, but it does have
Are you sure that's not diet?
No.
Oh.
Pepsi's just that good.
It's 30 calories, 5 grams of sugar. How many probiotics? Because I'm a little worried.
Well, we'll find out.
Make sure to tune in to the noon show.
Yeah,
we're going to be running off set.
See how tired Anita are feeling. That's great. See, this is what's great about Fox 10 Talks. They get to see the behind the scenes of the news show. How it all comes together.
All right, ready for the cherry prebiotic?
Yeah, let's do it.
It tastes like a diet.
It does kind
to
of
me,
taste like diet.
a Diet Pepsi.
All right.
Okay. But I think Pepsi is trying to jump on the bandwagon because they have like those poppies and the what's the bloom?
Tell us the story about the time you had a puppy.
Anita. I can't tell that on TV.
We won't have Poppy send a sample.
Poppy, if you're listening, send the sample.
No, it was very delicious, but the probiotics
It definitely
and the prebiotics worked.
It worked. And it worked quickly.
That's really funny. All right,
cherry prebiotic, cherry vanilla. Cherry vanilla.
Exciting.
Oh, it is cherry vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, really good.
That is good.
That one's a good one.
I like
that's
that
good.
one. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to burp.
There you go.
30 kilos.
Well, more soda companies send us samples.
Yeah, please.
We love the taste test.
We love sodas and food taste tests.
Okay.
We'll take anything, guys.
Also 5 grams of sugar and 30 calories.
Bye. See you tomorrow. I mean,
chug.
11:30. Ron and Des hanging out with you now for the next 30 minutes or so, unless we feel like going longer, Des. I don't know if there are any rules against that.
I said we go longer. I wasn't here all week, so I've got time to make up for it.
Right? You got a lot of thoughts to get out.
Yeah, right? Imagine what's been bottled up in this head of mine for a week.
Wow. Okay.
Good morning.
This could be amazing. By the way, I keep writing myself a note that we need to move our cameras around.
Yeah?
This is okay, but I mean, we've seen it.
It's tried
so
and true.
Often. It is tried and true. Well, I will say one thing. For some of the hazier skies that we've had, if you look at Camelback and then you look from where this is downtown, and then you're looking at Camelback, that's probably, 5 miles from downtown, 5 or 6 miles. And then you see the McDowells back there shining brightly. It is a beautiful, beautiful day.
It is. Absolutely. Man. Got good weather.
By the way, Des, since it's Cyber Monday, and I know you to be a dedicated Fox 10 employee, I'm sure you haven't been on your phone buying anything, but are you gonna?
I actually haven't. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. I kind of did some shopping last week when I was off. So the budget
pre-Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Toys for the kids, probably.
Yeah. Yep. Right. Yep. Because I've been tracking a couple toys, so I knew that some of the deals that happened for Black Friday was probably as good as it was going to get.
Oh.
And that still was true today. So I got a couple things. Yep.
Nice.
I do have one thing in my cart.
Okay.
My Walmart cart.
Okay.
Crocs. Don't go buying them all out. I want to get Crocs for the kids. They're like $17.
They are?
Yeah. And that's pretty cheap for Crocs.
And then you put the little sticker things on them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that makes it
makes them fun.
Personalize them a little bit, so you're going to get
that's like what I want to get today.
Would you have an idea of what what 1 or 2 stickers each of the 4 kids would like on their Crocs?
The girls, I would probably make girly, and now they come out with like little pearl charms or like gold.
Yeah.
So I'll probably get those for the girls.
Okay.
D3, just whatever.
Sure.
Sports or.
Yeah, sure.
Are you
Football.
Shopping? What are you getting?
No, I think I took care of it yesterday.
Oh, good.
I bought some new leftover containers. They were. No.
Ron.
Well, seriously. No, this was not a gift. Gift to myself, because I'm the leftover king. Okay. We're always putting some kind of a meal together, Renee and me, and there's always leftovers.
Yeah.
And I looked down in the cupboard yesterday and I thought, there just is not. We need some more. And I want to say it was like a 24-piece glass set.
Glass.
With locking tops.
Oh, fancy.
I think it was.
Yeah, those ones are pricier.
I think it was around $40.
Okay.
And I believe it was $16.99.
Oh, that's a good deal. All right, good job, Ron.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good.
I know. I dream of updating all my pots and pans in Tupperware.
Yes.
But yeah, you're right.
If I'd known, I would have texted you.
Yeah.
I'll have to go look and see if it's still out there. It's at one of the massive retailers, but not Amazon.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Anyway, here's what they're saying about Cyber Monday 2025.
Go to the sites directly. Now, you may Google something looking for a specific product, or you may get an email from some site that's legitimate or not, but if you just go directly to the site.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was part of your report earlier this morning, Des. They're saying that shoppers are going to spend $14.2 billion today, which would be a record by about $1 billion. And we were talking about this earlier. It's not that they're buying that much more stuff. It's just everything's more expensive.
Yeah, things are pretty costly. Even with some of the deals I noticed on Black Friday.
Yes.
My parents, for example, went to Old Navy, got some clothes for the kids. And then the next day, Saturday, it was even cheaper. It was like instead of 50% off, it was 60% off.
Really?
So yeah, I thought that was a little odd.
Did they get any of those?
Things are just pricier in general.
Did they get any of those PJ pants? That was the big thing. $5. Was that at Old Navy or somewhere else? $5 PJ pants.
Oh, that's a good deal. No.
Yeah. Bella, do you remember what store was that at? I'm sure it's gone now, but
yeah. All right, maybe not. Cyber Monday still has some good deals out there. But they do say if you're going to be shopping online that you do need to be careful, right? And if a deal is too good to be true, chances are it probably is. Yeah. You definitely don't want to get scammed. And I actually thought this was useful to eye out a scam is if the payment options are through Zelle, wire transfer, or Bitcoin. Those are all red flags.
Yeah. If you're trying to buy something and they're saying, please pay by Bitcoin. If they don't take a credit card, I'm sorry.
There's a problem.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, anyhow, we are glad to see the economic engine of America chugging along. It was also the busiest day in the history of air flight in the U.S., and I know they had some problems. This weather system that's moving across is 1,600 miles long. It starts in Kansas, goes across Ohio, the upper Midwest, through Pennsylvania, and right up to the great state of Maine. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's certainly impacting folks' travel. They're probably trying to get home.
Actually, okay, so your dad is still up in Buffalo, right?
My parents came last week.
They both did?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So nobody's home to give you a weather report on the lake effect snow. I bet you got a foot.
My parents made it to Dallas this morning. Yeah. That's their layover.
Okay.
And they said weather there is fine, 44 degrees, 33 degrees in Buffalo, and I believe it was looking on time for them to get in.
Okay.
So
good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that. That's for sure. All right. So every Monday morning at 11:35, we schedule the one and only Eric Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
Hi, Eric.
What's that, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, it's on a different Zoom. Oh, there we go.
No, it's not.
Oh, we have multiple Zoom inputs.
Multiple Zooms. No,
yes.
Marty just didn't know. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Too many
Zooms. Yeah, no kidding.
Too many. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you buying? What are you buying on Cyber Monday, friend?
Me?
Yeah.
I just went to. My voice is a little gone. I was at WWE pay-per-view in San Diego this weekend, and I am now poor. So no Cyber Monday shopping for me.
I know. I hear you. I've got like just a couple things in my cart. I was telling Ron. What's with your shirt? Did you get that then?
No, I just I took 2 shirts and I didn't wear this one, so now it's Monday, so I don't have to do laundry. There you go.
Nice.
And I figured a fun, I try to wear fun shirts for you guys. So
yeah, no, I love it.
Hey, we love our Monday visits, that's for sure. What's this series that you guys have coming up on TMZ that I've already seen the preview? Dave, are we able to play that preview?
No, Neil said no.
Okay, just tell us about it because I don't know if you're hearing an echo, but I'm hearing a crazy echo. But just tell us this. What's it all about? It looks wild.
Yeah, so it's TMZ's most outrageous moments of 2025. It's a top 10 list of the 10 biggest stories that we covered this year, or the craziest stories. Obviously, the Bezos wedding was huge. Diddy was huge. We broke the Hulk Hogan dying story in the newsroom live while we were filming the show. So we look at that, the behind the scenes of that. So it's a lot of really cool moments and kind of how we covered and what we covered this year.
Mm-hmm. Any Kim K stories making your list for that?
Oh, of course. Kim, Kylie, Chris, the whole gang's in there at some point.
Well, let's talk
Sydney
about
Sweeney.
Let's talk about Kim here. I mean, sounds like she's had just a little bit of a rough patch when it comes to her health.
Yeah, this season on the Kardashians, they've been exploring these brain issues that Kim's been having. In the recent episode, they said that she has low brain activity after the aneurysm diagnosis that she had a couple weeks ago, and that they found holes in her brain, and they say it's from the stress of studying. We don't know if this is just, there's 2 sides of this of the theory here that we're working right now. Is it she put all this stuff in about the stress and about the holes and about in her brain and all this stuff that kind of derails her studying for the bar that she failed this year? Or was it to kind of be like, oh, look at all I went through and I still passed the bar? So we don't know, that's all playing out on TV as it goes, but that's one of the issues she's dealing with, she said.
It's interesting because we had a brain expert on, a neurologist, as a guest about a week and a half ago, and she said the number one most important thing you can do for your brain is get a good night's sleep. If you accumulate a sleep deficit, and hey, she's got a major TV show. She's a businesswoman with all these lines that she's also promoting. And then on top of it, you're studying for a law degree. I could see how you really start skipping out on sleep.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's very stressful just being the ex-wife of Kanye West. I mean, that in itself is one of the most stressful things you can be. I'm sure having kids with Kanye is not. The whole series could have been about that. So yeah.
Yeah, that alone is not helpful. But I was thinking about that. I'm like, I would hate to see the scan of my brain or Ron here, like, getting up early like we do.
Yeah, yeah. Every time I get a pain in my brain, I'm like, oh, it's a tumor. It's a tumor for sure.
Right?
It's like just a headache.
Real fear. But yeah, that is scary. So it's like, we got to find ways to de-stress, all of us, for sure.
Yeah.
We're also talking Luigi Mangione this morning. He is in court today.
Yeah, he's still in court for his pretrial hearing in New York for the Brian Thompson murder. Not much is going on right now. They're just showing a lot of evidence. It's a lot of, we want to show this, and Agniflo's like, objection, overruled. So it's really just getting a lot of the evidence out of there, a lot of the arrest in Pennsylvania at that McDonald's, obviously the footage of him shooting Brian Thompson, or allegedly, which was caught right on camera in front of the hotel. So they're just going through a lot of that stuff today.
It sounds like his lawyers at least think they've got a pretty good argument for the judge to toss out some of that key evidence just because the way it was handled by police in those first few hours when they first tracked him down to that McDonald's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try every move they can. The Agnifolos are very smart lawyers. They've gotten some, obviously Mark was a part of the Diddy trial this year, so he knows how to get people off regardless of if it's caught on film or not. So they're looking at a lot of evidence. They're trying to strike some evidence for sure. We'll see what the judge puts up with.
Eric, make it make sense for us. I mean, the guy, you're innocent till proven guilty, but he's going to go on trial for murder and he might be convicted. Why does he have this fan club that only seems to grow?
Because he's hot. Let's cut to the chase here. This is a very attractive looking man, murderer or not. I wasn't around for the Ted Bundy murders, but it's a similar situation. People get, they're enamored by, the suspense and the thrill of murder in itself. And then to see a hot guy behind the gun, I think, it piques people's interest as grotesque and weird as it might be.
Right. He's got the, let's admit it, like you said, the good hair, the big brows. And, he's kind of seen as like that vigilante, I think, too, standing up to, the big bad industry folks. But still, right, what he did.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are not seeing what's wrong with his crime. Obviously, murder is wrong regardless. I think it's a weird situation.
All right, we got to run.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, we got to run. Thanks. But tell us when we can see the special.
There's tomorrow night on Fox at 8 p.m.
Cannot wait.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Happy Monday.
Also, happy Monday, guys.
Okay, bud.
I love
See you next week.
Shirt.
I know. I just love having him on every Monday. He always has such interesting stuff for us, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel a mystery cam coming on, Des. What do you think here?
The rooftop somewhere. Get your guesses in.
We'll be right back. I just have to say, we love your comments, you guys. Jen a minute ago was saying...
we're trying to get caught up on them.
Yeah, what was she saying?
Jen, she goes, I lost... Oh, how do all students in school not have holes?
In their brains?
In their brains. Yeah, related to the Kim Kardashian story.
Did you ever do that in your college years where you literally studied all night? Well, it's called cramming. You crammed for a test all night long, and then you didn't even sleep, and you just went right for it. I did it once.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't think I did.
I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah,
right.
I was a little bit of a procrastinator.
Sure. Well, I was living in a house with 4 other guys, and I wouldn't recommend that either in the college years.
Oh, Ron's got some stories he's been holding out. Come on, Ron.
Okay, so we're looking at your guesses here, and it looks like, Des, we got quite a few.
Yeah. Thomas Brown. Hey, are you new? Or I was off all last week. I don't know. Have you been in the chat? He's guessing Pennsylvania.
And Halakita is even specifically saying it's Allentown, PA.
Yeah. Pretty specific. Be Kind Forever is thinking it might be Oregon. Charles David is trying to pick up clues, wondering if that is water off in the distance. Oh. And then we have 2 guesses, New Mexico from Jennifer and B. Miguel. And then a Utah in there from Melinda.
Melinda's so confident she says it twice. It's Utah. It's definitely Utah.
You know, I'm going to go with Melinda if you're that confident.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm going to go with, it could be Pennsylvania. I think, I guess I'll go PA. All right,
PA.
Ready? Pennsylvania.
Actually, we don't have the reveal.
Oh,
Dave?
Don't worry about that, everybody, because watch what happens
Nova.
now. Look,
can I do that
here he comes. Come on, Dave. Jump right in there with a big hello. Yeah. All right. Now, here we go. Boy, between Bella and Big D, we do great.
Oh, okay. Who guessed specifically Allentown? Because you are correct.
Yeah.
That was Halakita.
Halakita.
It is Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay, and Thomas Brown.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
By the way, Rob jumped in just the last second to say Ohio, which is right next to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
If you're on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, if you turn your head, all of a sudden you're on the Ohio Turnpike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Charles David jumping in here. He guessed Oklahoma, but what he said after that, the Hooner fraternity.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy.
College house.
Plus, I was DJing at night.
Oh.
And my 70s rock and roll radio show. This was before I went to UW. I spent a couple of years working in Spokane and working at the radio station there and going to Eastern Washington.
Okay, wait a second. Were you like DJing the college parties?
You know what? Sort of.
Kind of.
Well, I mean, I would do my radio show, which was 7 till midnight. And then occasionally on the weekends, to pick up extra money, you could do I had a traveling disco show. It was the 70s. It was the BJs. It was all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got to make the money when you can.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring in, it'll just be a photo, but I'm going to bring in a photo tomorrow of my poster. I called it the Night Fever Disco.
No way.
Oh, wait till you see this, you guys.
Oh,
You'll
guys
love
are in
it.
for a treat tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Rob.
Hey, also, because it's a streaming show, we're slightly off the cuff, right?
Yeah.
Anything goes. Big D, I just want you to jot down the idea. Dave knows half the people at Wallet Hub. And so I would love to get somebody on tomorrow to talk more in depth about this study about best places to retire. Because if you're 3 years away or you're 30 years away, people always think about it. Where are my golden years going to be? And so I would like to find out. There's one Arizona city in the top 5, but I bet you we got a bunch in like the top 20 and the top 30. So I would love to find out a little bit more about that. But it's from Wallet Hub, and they obviously do come up with some fascinating stuff. Look at these guys living the life. She's pulling out the driver.
I'm excited for retirement.
Yeah, right.
And I'm way off.
Hey, we all dream about it.
Yeah.
The thing is, you got to put money into your 401k if your company offers it, and just let it sit there, and you don't even think about it twice. And then one day you wake up and you're 65 or whatever, and you've got $100,000 in there, or maybe even more.
I would hope more. You got to live off that for the rest of your life,
sure,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they say the most important thing is to start early. So anyway, ready? Des, I think you've got the list here. Would you, without any further ado, tell us the top 5?
They
Drum roll, please.
Orlando, Scottsdale, Minneapolis, Miami, and Tampa.
It's interesting to me that 4 of the 5 are in warm weather, swaying palm tree kind of cities, and then you got Minneapolis.
Yeah, that one's definitely a curveball in there, right? What are we missing there with that one?
You know, Minnesota was my state for last year, and I spent quite a few days, and I went to a Twins game, and I actually went on a tour of the Vikings Stadium, the U.S. Bank Stadium. That was utterly fascinating, and a bunch of other cool stuff that they have there. And because it does get cold, it's very snowy up there right now, but I walked on that very bridge that crosses the Mississippi. There's Miami, by the way. But they have these sky bridges. Supposedly you can walk almost the entire downtown, which is probably 50 blocks of stores and residences and hotels and restaurants without ever having to go outside.
Really?
Sky bridge.
Maybe that was a
from
factor.
one building.
I mean, they looked at a lot of things, but activities was one of them.
Yes.
So
yeah,
that sounds like that would make that easy to do.
Yeah.
You know, get out and about, explore.
And man, it's a great city. I will tell you that.
Do you want to talk about the worst real quick?
Of course. Yeah, what do you see?
Bakersfield, Stockton, San Bernardino.
Well, you know, it's weird because they have some of the highest taxes in America in California. We all know that. And yet, you know, you go over there and you're like, why aren't they fixing these freeways? Or why is there trash on the side of the road? Or whatever. And it is a mystery. How can you tax people that much and not be taking care of some of the basic services? So,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Cali. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I'll just tell you the kinds of things that Des and I talk about in the break. Why are you laughing? You know, it's
because that's where the real show should be.
That is for sure. But today we were talking about whether or not you're going to take your kids to Zootopia. By the way, I believe we have a clip of the movie all of America's talking about. Stand by, here you go.
Love it.
You want to put bad guys away?
Ow! Stop pulling my ears! Stop pulling my ears! Never pull a bunny's ears!
Be on the same page every day.
Wait, how did we get the clip? I love that.
Well, we like to go with about 20 seconds or so worth of a clip, and I guess it's hilarious. And what is the name of the guy? There's a sportscaster who was on one of the national shows today, and he was saying that he took his 7-year-old twins.
Oh, okay.
And cried.
And cried?
Apparently, there's an emotional moment in the movie.
Really?
He's like, I'm not too big of a man to not admit that I cried at Zootopia.
Wow. I'll have to get my husband's opinion on that then. We haven't seen Zootopia 2 yet. It's on the list, like you mentioned.
Yes.
I bet. Did you go, Dave?
Yeah.
What did your kids think?
We went last night. The kids loved it. Shakira's new song is terrific. The plot and the moral is very nice. It's a great twist, just like in the first movie. Chef's kiss.
I know. I did really enjoy the plot of the first one. You're right. I felt like it was entertaining, but they learned a valuable lesson, not judging a book by its cover, and so many underlying really good topics. I loved it. Well, I don't know if we're going today, though, Ron.
Well, really? What's going to help you decide? Do you need a little more in-depth review?
Well, we were going to go with Dave. Dave.
Okay.
Why you forgot to send the invite? Me and the gang.
It sounds fun. I should have done that.
No, he's lying.
Yeah.
I should not have done that. I'm so glad I did not do that.
No, I love you guys. I'd be happy to see a movie with you anytime.
Okay.
No, our 4 are rambunctious, but actually a movie they can all sit through and they don't make a peep. I love going to the movies.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really,
so this
really
is
good.
out, and it did so well. I think it did better than, even most people expected. It's totaled $156 million over the extended holiday release. So that's pretty impressive.
That's really great.
556 globally.
Hey, we were live earlier this morning on our morning show. I don't know. We'll try to get as much of this report in as we can. But if you're looking for a unique gift idea for maybe the sports fan in your family and maybe your kids, they have opened up. You can start buying the all-season passes for really cheap for the Diamondbacks.
Oh, that's a great gift.
Yeah, Danielle had this to say.
Yeah, what a great gift. So I think a lot of people are kind of changing their perspective of gifts. They want to give experiences, and what better way to do so than sending them here to the ballpark for some baseball games with our Diamondbacks. So Stephanie here with the team. Stephanie, this is awesome. It's a great gift idea.
Yeah, if you're online shopping today and you are shopping for the perfect gift for the D-backs or baseball fan in your life, or maybe you're that fan, you want to go to dbacks.com because our ballpark pass is on sale today. And this popular pass for just $2.99 gives you access to every home game here at Chase Field in 2026. And if you're doing math, that's just under $4 a game. So it is the best deal in baseball. It is our most popular offer. That's why we do it right around the holidays, because it's a perfect gift.
Yeah, and this is, how many tickets is included in that?
So you get all 83 games for under $4, but you don't have to go to every game. So even if you just go to a dozen or a handful of games, it's still so affordable, and it really will save you a ton of money.
And seats. We're here in the beautiful ballpark right now, which is kind of crazy because it's not in season, but we're here on our lonesome selves. But yeah, come season, it's going to be packed in here. Where are the seats at?
So it's pretty awesome. What they do is every homestand, they'll send you a text and you opt in to get your seats, and then you get to pick where you want to sit. And then if it's maybe a bigger divisional match, maybe it's the Yankees, if you want to upgrade your seat, you can, but you can also purchase additional tickets. If you have a fellow ballpark pass holder in your life, you can sync your tickets and sit together. So it's not like a season ticket where you're just secluded to one seat. You can kind of pick wherever you want to sit around the ballpark.
Got it. And I'm sure some of those games fill up really quick.
For sure, and that's the best way to get access. You know, we always have a ton of great promotional nights that sell out. Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July. We have the Yankees this season. We have the Dodgers twice. This is a perfect way to guarantee you don't miss any of those games.
Okay, and then does it run out? Do you guys sell out of these?
Yes, it is a limited time only. Usually we run it just through the holidays, so we highly recommend getting on there and getting it now.
Okay, one more time. What is that website? How do people find out more information?
Head over to dbacks.com/ballpark pass, and you can purchase it right there. You can also purchase it as a gift this year and send it directly to your loved one.
Oh, awesome. Very convenient. And March 30th is the home opener?
Yep, against the Tigers. It's here.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically here.
I know. Like Christmas, gonna blow right past it. And then.
Yeah, and we're getting excited about it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. 81 games? That's a lot.
Yeah. To me, it seems like a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
By the way, before we say goodbye, shout out to Josh Allen. He just set the all-time record in the history of the NFL for touchdowns running as a quarterback. You were going crazy.
Like running back QB.
Yes, right?
Changes position
How many
already.
He, let's see, he broke Cam Newton's record.
That's impressive.
Which is 76 rushing touchdowns, and he's probably thrown for like 300.
Right.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
only 8 seasons. Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty incredible. I was glad to see that win yesterday. That was for sure.
There you go. Go Bills.
Yep.
And I still say go Cards.
Of course.
I'm not giving up yet.
Oh.
Bye, everybody.
See you tomorrow.